How are we doing, guys? Moose here, episode 52 of our West Ham United career mode, and we come back with the transfer window having just finished up, and straight away some of our players are already getting on my case. With Keontae, to be fair, he's played very, very well. He's come in, he said he's among the subs. He wants to keep playing, so we'll give him a chance. He might not get in the starting line, but he'll definitely get a chance off the bench. We'll see Tom Thomas, our backup goalkeeper, who's on an entry-level contract. You know, his contract that we first signed to the first team, so he's getting 500 pounds a week. He wants a little bit of a wage increase. We'll think about that. We're not going to take care of that in this episode, but we shall see. Come up against Queen's Park Rangers. You can see we're battling for a Champions League spot. We're currently in the Europa League spot, while Queen's Park Rangers are doing their best to stave off relegation right now, sitting in 16th. Led by Charlie Austin and Adele Tarapt in a bit of a support role up top in their 4-4-2 formation. Coming out against us, you can see we're going to play our normal style 4-4-2 diamond. We have Sacco, who played very well in that substitute appearance that gave us the win when Oxlade-Chamberlain scored the goal. With Dybala will be his partner up top. Downing sitting in the hole. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Rabiot, and Fabian Delph across midfield to try and create for us. We can see Rabiot, though, does start the ball up very well with a play into Dybala. He does really well with a nice little scoop turn to skip outside of Anua, then cuts inside, floats a little cross in. Sacco gets a head on it, but it just ricochets off the bar and away for no goal. Then the other way, Queen's Park Rangers turn the ball over. It falls to Oxlade-Chamberlain into Sacco. He does well, turns inside of Stephen Cocker, creates some space for himself. The run by Dybala draws the defenders away, and we get a bit fortunate in this opportunity. You see Sacco just strikes the ball low and hard at the goalkeeper. It comes off of his hands, and he should be doing better, but it trickles across the line, and we do take a 1-0 lead. It's a great goal. Sacco, you can see, just turns inside, has a shot from about 16 yards, comes off the keeper's hands and squeaks into the back of the net off of Murphy. So a little bit fortunate for us, but you could say Sacco maybe deserved it. The way he's played late, he deserves some goals. He deserves to get some goals back in the back of the net. He's done very well for us. So fantastic to see him get on the score sheet. Rabiot then, as he has been doing from midfield, you can see creates a chance here with Dybala. Comes forward, has a strike, and it's a good save by the keeper. Lovely save here. Dybala, in his first appearance for the club, gets a starting bid to see what he can really offer to us from that striker position. Downing, though, plays the cross in from the corner, floats it in. It looked like Winston Reid was going to attack it, the man I was controlling, but Rabiot somehow sneaks in and gets his head on it. It's tough to tell who it actually comes off, but they do credit the goal to Rabiot. You can see they both went up for the ball, and it flicks in past the on-stretch keeper Murphy. Rabiot's second goal in the Premier League. He scored his first, obviously, against Swansea City for us in a big victory. Downing then, the 16th minute, he comes forward. Lovely bit of skill to turn inside of his defender with a nice little step-over skill move. Bang! Curls it in off the post, and just like that, the rout is on. It's 3-0 to West Ham United in the 16th minute, and the Loftus Road supporters are in absolute shock and agony. What a goal that is from Downing. Beautiful skill to cut inside, and that is a sublime finish off the post. I'll tell you what, absolute perfection from Stewart. And just like that, it's 3-0 to West Ham United. I don't think anybody predicted this. Also, you expect Queen's Park Rangers. They've shown they have good home form. It's where when they're away, they really struggle. But in terms of their form here, it's just absolutely shocking. In a relegation fight, you expect them to come out with a bit more punch, a bit more power in their own home ground, but they just can't do it here. Downing comes forward in the 30th minute and nearly gets his second of the night, but he's taken out by Anua here. Wins or Leroy Fair, takes out Downing. It's interesting that they give the penalty, even though he does get the shot away, and he hits it with a ferocity that forces Murphy into a really good save, but we do win the penalty. Stuart Downing would be the man that we put on the spot to actually step up and take it here in the 31st minute. Bit of drama, but really, when you're already up 3-0, does it create that much drama with the penalty? That's up to you to decide, but Downing would be the man to step up and take it. Hopefully he can put it away as coolly as you like. In the first season last year, he wasn't fantastic from the penalty spot for us, but he has no qualms about putting that one in the back of the net. Sends the keeper the wrong way, and bing, bash, bosh, 4-0 West Ham United. Surely the 3 points are in the bag. Just 30 minutes into the contest. Only a half hour gone, and we're already up by 4 goals, and this could turn into an absolute rout as we keep the floodgates open. Sacco gets the ball played through by Rabiot. Back to Downing looking for his hat-trick, and that is a wonder tackle to allow Downing to not get the strike away. He could have had a hat-trick. Oxlade-Chamberlain with an absolute lovely pass over the top to Paulo Dybala here. He does well to strike the ball after his second touch, but another good save from Murphy. And you have to say, if it wasn't for some of the saves Murphy's making, it could be 6-7-0 here in the first half. Queen's Park Rangers, though, do get a bit of consolation back in the 63rd minute. Charlie Austin, the man who's been an absolute danger for them up top, does really well to turn in a cross here with a great header into the top corner. Nothing Adrian could do there. He just out-jumps him coolly, gets inside of him, and it's a really good, simple finish on the header by the England man to give Queen's Park Rangers a lifeline back into the game, though you have to say you wouldn't expect us to give up potentially 3 goals in the final half an hour. But Queen's Park Rangers did their absolute best to try and do that to us as Diakite turns Aaron Cresswell, steps inside, lays the ball back to Junior Hoyle, who strikes it. Adrian gives up a goal at his near post, and you have to wonder, Adrian's been a bit subpar for us of late. Was this on him? Do you think Winston Reed kind of off-sighted him a bit? As you can see, Reed does come forward and try to block that shot from Holt, but you should say Adrian should be doing better at his near post. You wonder, but Queen's Park Rangers, bit of strength now, coming back here, only down 2 goals. Hoyle with another lovely chance, but thankfully for us, Delve clears the rebound off the line before anyone can come forward and try and tap home the rebound. Queen's Park Rangers do get a corner following, though, with Sandro going to play it in, the former Tottenham man. Looks for Charlie Austin. Adrian with a really nice punch, only as far as Harriman, whose strike does go over the bar. And we do get a momentary piece of safety, though. But Matty Phillips plays the ball and looking for Charlie Austin. Jenkinson has an absolute howler as it's laid back. It falls to Raft, and Winston Reed with the block of the season, the block of the career mode. Because if Tarap scores there, that could absolutely send Loftus Road into scenes of joy and force them to even potentially get towards an equalizer. But thankfully for us, Reed does make the block to keep it away. Phillips' strike goes inches wide of the bar, and we do get spared a 3rd goal from Queen's Park Rangers. Dybala then, as we race towards the end of the game, does really well to skip around his defender. Does great with a nice little step over, heel-to-heel flick type skill move there. It was just unbelievable. He pulled off 2 skill moves in rapid succession, but he is defended well. Delph then gets way forward and makes an absolute crunching tackle, though. The ball is played, and referee does play advantage. Austin's header is saved by Adrian, and that would be it. That would be the full-time whistle. So we do hang on for a 4-2 victory, though it did get a bit hairy at the end there, as Queen's Park Rangers threw everything they had at our goal and weren't able to come forward and get the winner. Charlie Austin, I thought, was fantastic for him, though we did deserve the win. You can see we had 17 shots to their 6, 9 on target. My man of the match with 2 goals was Stuart Downing and an assist. 2 points for Fabian Delph, 1 point for Diafra Sacco. I thought played really, really well, to be honest. You see Dybala, our new signing, got an 8.5. Rabiot as well with an 8.9. So we did play well in certain areas, but the goals we conceded just weren't great on the occasion. It did allow Queen's Park Rangers a bit of a lifeline to come back into the game. But thankfully enough, we did hang on for the 3 points. And that leads us into a huge clash with Manchester United, who obviously at Old Trafford in December flattened us. They beat us 4-0. It was an absolute disgrace. You know, something that we really want to remedy, especially when we're just 2 points behind them in the table here. We're 2 points ahead of 5th place. So honestly, this was one of those games I set up in a 4-2-3-1. Carroll leading the line, Downing behind him, Valencia and Oxlade-Chamberlain on the wings, Noble and Chianti trying to do the business in the holding midfield. Because I thought, if nothing else, we can't be afford to give up 4 goals here. That's not even a question, not in front of the home crowd. And we need to just be solid defensively. With the lineup they run out, Van Persie, Rooney, Di Maria, Pjanic, Fellaini, Blind, so much talent. Obviously, a lot of physical qualities there with Fellaini, Pjanic, even Blind in holding midfield, and then so much skill up front. So I thought, let's set up a lineup that I think we can hit them on the counter. We can do really well in those aspects. Use some pace on the attack with Valencia and Oxlade-Chamberlain on the wings. So thought that would be the best opportunity for us. You can see Cresswell does really well, lays the ball off to Downing, eventually finds a way to Mark Noble, who floats across and looking for Andy Carroll. His header goes just over the bar to try and test Lindegaard early on. And this would actually be a common theme, would be us testing Lindegaard. We got the tactics all right here. We played unbelievably well. Valencia creates a chance. Chianti tries to give it a little bit of a toe poke with the outside of his boot, and unluckily for us, he doesn't get it on target to test Anders Lindegaard. But Rooney's free kick sails over the bar, and that would be, not a ton of chances for United in this game. You have to say, as we played it on, we held them defensively. We kept possession, which is why I really wanted to do the 2 holding midfielders as well as the defenders. We were able to just work the ball around. Cresswell with a chance where he loves to bang them off of corners, but it's a good save by Anders Lindegaard. Another chance here as we play the ball back to Aaron Cresswell into Stuart Downing. He does really well to dance through Marcus Rojo with a nice little ball roll. Lindegaard, though, equal to the task yet again, as we're already into the second half here. Not a ton of chances. I'll tell you what, we dominated the ball. We created the majority of the chances, but we weren't able to get anything of sublime quality here. Noble with a strike from range that is blocked and goes out for a corner. But that's really what we would have to settle for a lot of time. We do get a chance from that corner, though, as Noble's cross comes in. Carroll shows so much hustle and effort to keep that ball in. He floats it back to Aaron Cresswell, who's able to latch onto it. Plays inside to our right back, Carl Jenkinson. Simple little toe puck as we just work the ball back across the face of goal here to Aaron Valencia. Chips over the top to Noble. He turns inside of Rojo really well. Gets the ball into Carroll, and what a block that is from Johnny Evans. Sticks his body in front of it as that was headed towards the back of the net. He does really well to block it and allow Lindegaard to scoop it up. Downing there with another really good chance. He does a little fake shot to get inside a defender. Then a little heel-to-heel flick to beat one more. And unlucky for us, he just doesn't have that final bit of pace and acceleration to get past the defender, as he did so well to beat the first two, but then he is tackled late on. And United here with one of their real last top quality chances here. Pjanic with the ball, lays it inside to their new signing Rubio, who they signed in the summer as a backup striker, and Adrian does really well to come forward and challenge him and make a wonderful save. Oxlade-Chamberlain and Jenkinson, the two former Arsenal men, linking up on a nice 1-2 as Jenkinson cuts inside, stays with the ball, does really well, gets it into Carroll. His first shot saved, and his rebound header, he just somehow doesn't get on target. That's exactly where you'd expect him to score, but he's not able to. We then have a corner late on the match, our final chance, as Carroll heads it back across goal. Falls eventually to Tompkins, who tries to hit it on a half volley. An audacious attempt, but it's deflected and falls simply into the hands of Anders Lindegaard. And that will be all she wrote. And this was a great draw for us. Obviously, the point suits both teams. It's happy for both teams, but we honestly deserved better. I thought we played fantastic. We deserved the 3 points, but I'm happy that we at least got one. And really showed our resolution in terms of keeping a clean sheet. So for me, the 3 points, Aaron Cresswell with 3. I thought he was man of the match. Jenkinson with 2. I thought our fullbacks were wonderful. And Mark Noble, helping to control the center of the park, gets 1 point for me. And that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Back to the gameplay here, and we're going to start smashing through it to get through this season. Hopefully get into Season 3 with a wonderful European berth. So that's it, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in episode 53. Bye-bye.